What is the source of most stress for high achieving women? Mindset of change. Today, we're going to be talking about the mindset of change and how you can overcome the fear of making change simply by changing your thought pattern. So let's get started. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today, we are talking about the mindset of change. My name is Erica Eller, and I am a certified wellness coach, and I help high achieving women increase their net worth, both financially and relationally, by beating burnout and revitalizing their health. A majority of people who are wanting to make change won't actually make the change because they are fearful. And as a health and stress management coach, I see this frequently. And as a business owner and a human, I experience this personally. Really. So it makes us ask, what are we afraid of? Why are we afraid? And some common elements in this is that you are afraid of failure. You are afraid of success. You're afraid of what other people are going to think of you and what their opinion may be based on the change that you're making. And you could also be afraid of the unknown because you've never done it before, or you have done it before, but maybe it didn't work out the way that you wanted to. An example of this would be weight loss, where you've lost weight before only to put it back on. Change isn't easy, friends, but it's not impossible. Change is possible. Mindsets are simply beliefs that we think or thoughts that we've either been taught or we've absorbed them through our own personal experiences or through the lives of someone that we know. Mindsets are simply beliefs and they can be changed. Think about maybe a belief that you've had that you now think differently of. It could be thinking that someone was completely stuck up, or that you thought that they had a certain type of behavior or values that didn't line up with yours. Maybe were put off by that. But then as you got to know that person, you realized that those beliefs that you had previously were completely unfounded. That is the story of change. Many inventions have actually come from one single person that changed their belief about something. They had to teach themselves to believe a new truth. The light bulb, Thomas Edison actually said that he found 10,000 ways for the light bulb to not work. He didn't consider it a failure. And I think that that's a great mindset to have. The airplane, our car, dishwasher, air conditioning, refrigerators, even our businesses. Think about the luxuries that we have in our everyday life. If somebody didn't get out of a mindset of thinking that, well, this is the way that it's always been, therefore that's the way that it should always be. Someone had to really challenge that belief and come up with a new and improved system. If people simply held to that thought, we wouldn't have the industrial revolution that we did. We wouldn't have the progress in our society that we do. So it's time to renew your mind. One of my most favorite Bible verses is from Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I know in today's society, it's really easy to find something that supports your belief. If you think that something can't be done, if you think that you can't make that change, it's really easy for you to get that confirmation bias. It's really easy to find an idea or someone else's belief that will match that and will basically enforce your negative thinking. Our mindset can change We have to just make the choice to work at changing it. So I want to give you 5 practical questions to ask yourself in order to start changing your mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, meaning believing that something can't be changed or that's just the way it's always going to be, to believing that it is possible and it might take you some time and it might take you some lessons to be learned, but it is possible. So the 5 ways to accomplish necessary change and changing your mindset from fixed to growth are: the first one, ask yourself, what goal am I after? Do you know what you're going towards? Because it's really easy to get frustrated and overwhelmed if you don't know the specific goal that you have. The second question to ask yourself, what action can I take today towards that goal? And it can be as little as you want, but making a step towards that action will create momentum. The third question to ask yourself, if I had a plan to be successful at whatever it is, at losing weight, changing my job, increasing energy, what might it look like? The fourth question to ask yourself, what habits must I develop to continue the gains that I've achieved? So maybe you're seeing some progress. How do you continue in that progress? How do you continue with the momentum that you have built? And the fifth one, and I think that this is probably the most important and valued question to ask yourself, what did I learn today? Because every day when you're reflecting on your goals and reflecting on the actions that you're taking and reflecting on your mindset and where it is and checking it to know whether is that a negative thinking pattern or am I in a growth mindset pattern? Am I fixed or am I in growth? Where am I? And what did I learn by what I did? I think that that's the most valuable thing because that's where the growth happens. When we realize that we've learned something and we've made a change. So friends, I want to encourage you today to change your mindset in order to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Again, change isn't always easy, but it's not impossible. So until next time, I'm wishing you whole health, whole love, whole success.